My mother had a habit of being late to every important moment in our lives, so I outsmarted her to make sure she showed up early to my wedding. My parents are late for everything, like everything. Both my sister and I have been disappointed so many times. Graduation ceremonies, birthday parties, and even my father's retirement dinner. It is completely my mother's fault. She is a wonderful mother, and I love her dearly. She just does not understand the concept of punctuality. I saw her talking to her sister on the phone and reminded her that she needed to be at my baby sister's dance recital. She waved me off and arrived after my sister had danced. We are all used to it. My dad is just done trying to get her on time for anything. My now wife told me in no uncertain terms that if my mother were late for our wedding, she would do terrible things to me. She was only half joking, but she was a witness to my mom and dad arriving halfway through my cousin's quinceañera. So here is what I did. It is completely on me. My wife was not involved. If there is a deck move, it was completely mine. When we were getting samples for the wedding, I talked to the printer and had one special invitation printed with the time on it, stating 1 hour earlier than the actual start time of the ceremony. My mother was beside herself when they left the house and thought they would miss the wedding since she was a part of it, with her and my MIL lighting the candles we would use to light the unity candle and stuff. When she arrived and noticed other people were also just arriving and parking, she was so relieved that we were starting late that she just went with it. The ceremony went off beautifully, and so did the wedding pictures and the reception. The problem came last Sunday. My parents came over for a big family dinner, and we only bothered to start the grill once they showed up. She asked why everyone wasn't eating, and we just said we knew we would be waiting for them since they were always late. She said she was not always late and was on time for my wedding. She hadn't been. They arrived 45 minutes after the time on their invitation. My idiot cousin John, real name because it's common and he deserves people to know he is adult, snorted at her statement. A few other people giggled or smiled at this, and she picked up and asked what was so funny. I came clean and told her about the special invitation. She is pissed at me for not trusting her and making her look foolish in front of everyone. If my cousin had just controlled himself, she never would have known. Part of the reason she is mad is because she had her invitation framed. I was already planning a heist with my sisters to replace it with the real one, in case she ever noticed the discrepancy between hers and the one we had framed in our home. Update, 2 years later. My parents have been embarrassed for 2 years because I tricked them into being on time for my wedding. Pretty much every time I see them, they say I was a dick, not to trust them. Our church is very busy and full of young people, so there are lots of weddings. There are 3 weddings every Saturday all summer long, one at 10, one at noon, and one at 3. Sometimes, but not often, there is also an evening wedding. My little sister just got married. She snagged the noon slot. My mom got super involved in planning the wedding to prove that I'm just an immature a-hole. She said that she would be on time and not miss anything. Side note, I hate it when people clink glasses to get the bride and groom to kiss. At our wedding, people have to sing a song. My cousin John has no shame and has sung about 10 times. I think people were bribing him with alcohol. I set up a betting pool for kisses depending on how late my parents were. It cost $10. And if you guessed within 5 minutes, you got a free pass to make my sister and her husband kiss. Almost everyone bet on time because of the shit's travaganza at my wedding. The correct answer was 35 minutes. Only me, my date cousin John, and his sister Yvonne got free passes for the kissing. And I bet $100. I was confident. We raised almost $1,500 for the honeymoon with my stupid idea. And I got to interrupt my sisters from eating with my 10 passes. Win-win. Except for my mom, who thinks I did it to embarrass her. She helped plan the wedding, but she was still late by over half an hour. We cleaned up the decorations in my sister's colors while the next wedding was decorating after us. So that's that. My mom will never change. But I have harnessed her inability to give a shot about punctuality for the good of humanity. See you whenever my littlest sister gets married.